the Uganda Demographic Health Survey indicated that over 68% women experience physical and maybe sometimes sexual violence from their intimate partners. When we get into a community, we select a team of men and a team of women, and we train them intensively, whereby they become activists. Every month, each one of them is committed to spend at least 6 hours to reach out to people within his neighborhood or her neighborhood. They do the community dramas. They also do the outreach to the drinking joints and the carpentry. So it's about finding people where they are at all times. We want to create everyday activists. We want people to see violence against women from a feminist perspective. And that's addressing the actual root, which is the power imbalance between men and women. Because if you don't do that, violence will continue to be there. And now we've seen quite a number of changes. For example, for the first time ever in Uganda, they came up with a local law. It was the first form of legislation on domestic violence in Uganda. So that was a groundbreaking event. It inspired activism across the country, and people started demanding a national law on domestic violence, and more people are getting on board. We've had support from the Trust Fund. This is going to be the second time. The first time was around that formulation of the bylaw, having the police come up with a standardized protocol for addressing violence against women, and also coming out with a standardized protocol for the healthcare workers. And we learned that we needed to address the link between violence against women and HIV and AIDS. Because in Uganda, we had done great on reduction of HIV infection. But now, rates are alarming, especially among the married people. They are going up. And one of the key drivers is violence against women. Our work is like a drop, and then there's that ripple effect. And the ripple effect is being supported by the Trust Fund to go across Uganda.